Like most other parents of their day, they were determined that their next child would be brought into the world in what has become the natural way.
Your extracted eggs, Marie, have been fertilized with Antonio's sperm. After screening, we are left, as you see, with 2 healthy boys and 2 very healthy girls. Naturally, no critical predispositions to any of the major inheritable diseases. All that remains is to select the most compatible candidate. First, we may as well decide on gender. Have you given it any thought?
We would want Vincent to have a brother, to play with.
Of course you would. Hello, Vincent. You have specified hazel eyes, dark hair, and fair skin. I have taken the liberty of eradicating any potentially prejudicial conditions. Premature baldness, myopia, alcoholism and addictive susceptibility, propensity for violence, obesity, etc.
We didn't want, diseases, yes, but...
Right. We were just wondering if it's good to just leave a few things to chance.
We want to give your child the best possible start. Believe me, we have enough imperfection built in already. No, your child doesn't need any additional burdens. And keep in mind, this child is still you. Simply the best of you. You could conceive naturally 1,000 times and never get such a result.
Well, yeah, but think about all the fun you're missing. If you're not conceiving, it's sometimes the journey that's half the battle, if you know what I'm trying to say. Welcome to the sewers, everybody. This is Nick the Rat Radio, episode 275, coming to you live or pre-recorded, depending on your current situation. If you are, if it's Wednesday, let me realign this clock here on my desk. Sorry, there we go. Okay, there we go. Wednesday, March 24th, 2021, everybody. It's we made it. Made it through March, I think. Is March over? Is there another March show? There is another March show. Never mind. We didn't make it yet. Oh, we're doomed. Let's crack a beer. Yummy. Last week's episode was all about St. Patrick's Day, I think. I don't really remember. I just remember drinking very inappropriate beverages. And I was a little nervous because the next day, I don't know if I mentioned it on the show, but I had a dentist appointment the next day, and I had like a chipped tooth. I was biting on some nuts too hard. But so I had a dentist appointment, and they saved the tooth. They fixed it. It's all good. Everything's going fine with it. But as the dentist gazed into my mouth, I think the dentist was around my age or something. We were like a kid in the 80s and the 90s. And he mentioned that my teeth, like my wisdom tooth position, he's like, oh, you had braces. I could tell because your wisdom tooth position, you had teeth pulled. And he's like, he did too. Apparently, during that time span, a lot of dentists, I don't know if he was like, there's articles out about today about how they don't really do this anymore, but or it's controversial perhaps, pulling teeth before getting braces, like creating space in your mouth, room in your mouth. And I was like, oh fuck, so that's like controversial, and they might not even do that anymore. I had to go through that traumatic event in my life, getting my chompers ripped out of my skull as a little Nick the Rat. Yeah, and that got me thinking about what other atrocities, what other cruel shit's happening to kids these days, and and I came across a treasure trove. Of stuff that we're going to be we're going to be touching on some stuff tonight. And it's Diane, don't worry, it's not you. You didn't have to run. Even though there's a brick wall between us, I heard the footsteps you were running, Diane. But we're still going to have a fun time tonight. It might be a little strange, a strange night. So if you were a kid and you had braces and you had teeth pulled, well, that might not have happened to you. Have it happened to you. You were just getting, the science community of Earth was unleashing their shitty knowledge within your childlike mouth. And what else happened? Well, we're going to find out a little bit later, but let's start off playing some music. Because, that's music can make you feel happy. If you're feeling a little, if you're going to the dentist and you want to relax a little bit, listen to a little bit of music on the way there. Just breathe while there's fingers going inside of your orifices and digging around in there, and everything will be okay. Or you might just be a patient of a mad scientist doing an FDA-approved experiment within your mouth. Let's listen to Akira with 114.3 FM drive time. I know, it's pretty nasty, isn't it? Diane, it's 11:11. Are we able to get vaccinated in the sewer chat? Do I even... You said that I had antibodies. Isn't that what the vaccine does? All right, all right. Hold on one second. Okay. No, Diane had to yell at me really quick. I know you're not my doctor, and I should not be giving medical advice out on the show. So I'll stop it with that. The hardest part about this whole ordeal, it's a lot of these public places like Burger King and places where you could usually go to the bathroom in like a rest stop. You go like, oh, I gotta take a shit or smoke some meth really quick. Let me hop into the Dunkin' Donuts bathroom. All the bathrooms have been locked off. You can't get in any goddamn bathrooms anymore. It's scary out there too because you can't like. It's easier to like smoke drugs on the street than it is to take a leak. If there was ever a politician that was like, hey, there's going to be we're gonna work on public sanitation, public restrooms, I'd be like, yeah, I'm voting for you. Why aren't there like just places to piss, like pop a squat really quick? Why is this not a there should be like a trough, like a public trough. I know it's because if kids see you doing it, it could be like behind a tree or it could be behind like a bush or something. It's got to be somewhat public though, because otherwise people are going to be soliciting blowjobs and stuff in there. That's what they do in these bathrooms. How did I get onto this? We should probably listen to a voicemail really quick. Maybe there's something we could get we could take our. You could call me at 917-719-5923 and leave a voicemail or talk to me live. We could have a discussion on the air about public urination or your teeth or children. Diane, play a voicemail quick, please. Actually, can you play it slow? All right, put the gun down.
Hey, Nick. Well, I was searching for your number on my new phone. I haven't transferred any numbers yet. And I started to dial it. The 917-71. It didn't pop up. And then I realized it was my text messages. I had not text messaged or gas blasted you on my new phone. But it made me sad, Nick. I missed you, buddy. You hadn't texted me back for a full month while I've had this new phone. And I sit here alone in the half bathroom downstairs in the basement of my house, alone, wishing you would text me back. I miss you, Nick. I wanted to be your friend. I don't care if we're naked or not, just most of the time. You know friends do. I love your multiple nipples, and I hope I'll look at you soon. you, buddy. Mwah.
What are you talking about, man? I sent you naked pictures. Where's my phone? Hold on 1 second. Your number is oh fuck! I sent that to my mom. Oh, thanks. This is what I get for trying to cheer up the people in the audience. Mom, if you're listening, please. It was cold out. Your boy's much more impressive than that. Okay. Hi, everybody. Where? Oh, I keep thinking about these public restrooms. Isn't it the worst when you're like walking around outside and you gotta pee? It just makes everything just unpleasant. Like you're not gonna piss yourself. You might get to the point where you just fucking, oh well, I'll piss myself. But you can't pee in public because if you get caught, not only are you gonna be caught with your pants down, you might become a registered sex offender. Just for trying to relieve your excrete. There needs to be, well, there's always stadium pals. The government should give out stadium pals to everybody. I think it should be like, since you're not allowed to pee in public, they should make public pee a possibility with government issued stadium pals. I think this should be mandated because nothing's more degrading than having to urinate and have no place to go. It's like a sin. It's like, oh man, you had a cup of water before you went on your journey. Fuck you. You can't. Well, this is only for like urban people, I guess. I'm speaking for. Like, I'm sure there's people that live in the middle of nowhere that could just like, as soon as you leave your house, you could probably like take a crap, and nobody would know for weeks. Or you might have like, as soon as you leave your house, there's like 5,000 people looking at you. We're gonna listen. We're gonna play some more music, and we're gonna get back to the topic of the show, which is ways society is fucking with our children. There's a lot to go, and if society is willing to fuck with kids, imagine what they're willing to do to the adults. Because once they brainwash the children, the children, the little uns, then the big uns, they have no chance. It's good game. Let's listen to 23 Odd Cats with Brain Teaser.
I always dreamt of you. Hard to see why. Brings you out of your body. Your soul is dancing. Thank you for opening your world up for me to learn. body. Your soul is dancing with another. Something about true vulnerable love. I always dreamt of you. Even through times of drought, when we fell off, I'd close my eyes and I'd see you. Something about true vulnerable love brings you out of your body. Your soul is dancing with another. I always dreamt of you. Even through times of drought, when we fell off, I'd close my eyes and I'd see you. Something about true vulnerable love brings you out of your body. Your soul is dancing with another. Something about true vulnerable love brings you out of your body. Your soul is dancing with another, exploring the lands while exploring themselves. Thank you for opening your world up for me to learn, allowing me to accept myself. I love you.
Well then, that was pretty cool. I dug that. That was a 23 Odd Cats with Brain Teaser. All this music can be found on SoundCloud / /nicktherat.com. I don't fuck. Look up. It's under my likes on SoundCloud. If you go to my website, which is all sorts of fucked up right now. I'm in a transition phase. My website is now a them. We are in between GoDaddy and MDD hosting. The transfer is almost completed. But currently, I think my RSS feed and everything's just all, it's fucked back to like, works till like February. If you want the latest episodes, sadly, if you have to go to fucking YouTube right now, I think. I'll get it fixed soon. I'll get it fixed this weekend. Everything will be good to go. I don't even know if anybody's even listening right now. It's like they don't let me look at chat during the show anymore. They say I get distracted. But I guess people are listening because there are donations. There's also a PO box. It's 90549 90549. I think that's it. 9590549 90549 Brooklyn, New York 11209. It's better than the Al Cerrito one. All right, let's thank some people before we open the phone lines, because usually the people that call in probably make you want to cancel your donations. So I'm gonna do the donations now before I open the phone line, and then we could continue sally forth from there. Where is we got a couple of donations this week. We don't have anything in the PO box. PO box was bare naked lady this week. It was not much going on in the PO in the PO box. I heard a really weird noise coming from the sewer next to me. That was like, it sounded like they just flushed an elephant down the toilet. The PO box is empty, but people have donated. Let's see here. I don't read people's names. I read their initials. If you want me to say anything, you could just put it in the PayPal note, or just send me a death threat and tell me what you want me to say. I'll say it. We have a 420 with a note here. It says, "Happy birthday, nutsack." From AE. Well, AE, my birthday wasn't March 17th, so I'm a little confused by that. But I will accept your 420 and put it inside of my piggy bank, whose birthday happens to be March 17th. Maybe you know my piggy bank. I don't know. Thank you so much, AE. We have a LCI with a 420. LCI has been around for forever. I think LCI might be my handler. Thank you so much, LCI. And send me a message. Let me know what's up. We have another 420 from MA. Now, MA is my handler. I've been handled many times by Ma. Thank you so much for the 420. Your donation lets me know that I'm doing something. I'm here. And then the final donation comes from JF with the 669. Now, JF, I love you, JF. I love you so much that sometimes I start crying, and the only way to make me stop crying and become happy again is to listen to some podcast. I like Hog Story. Hog Story helps me stop crying when I'm like laying in bed at night. I have like a Bluetooth headband eye mask, and I listen to podcast while I'm laying there. And Hog Story puts me into a state of mind where it's happiness. I get a boner and stuff. It's weird, very weird. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has donated. I think that's all the donations this week. Yeah, that's it. I think there's some gas blast here too. Let's read here. Gas blast. You can email nick@nicktherat.com, and if you put gas blast into the title of it, I will read it on the air at some point. This person sends, you're at Whole Foods stocking up on your soy, with a accent over the O. How would you say that? Soy? Soy? I don't even know what the accent over the O is. Actually, it's the two dots. It's not an accent. It's the... Either way, you're at Whole Foods stocking up on your soy for the week when you realize that you forgot your mask. Oh, God. You just slap the soy on your face really quick. Suddenly, the biggest maskless maggot chud you've ever seen slaps your ass and says, based and red-pilled, brother. What do you do? Well, first I squeal. And then I squish the soy onto my face to look like it's a mask, so I don't get sexually assaulted by any giant red-pilled chads anymore. Then I throw my 420 on the counter and run away. Since donations do help fund the show, we also take corporate donations too, mostly from our own Dark Sewer network, which is very strange. How do you buy advertisements and make money? Man, it's got to be some kind of Ponzi scheme here. They afford me. Diane, are you getting paid? We'll talk about that after the show. We advertise our own products that we sell on our own network through commercials that are... let's just play some commercials. We need to make some real money down here. Now, your donations are good and all, but these corporate sponsored advertisement this is where the real meat and potatoes are. If you have a podcast and you don't have a corporate sponsorship, you're lame. Do I even have I might have a Squarespace ad. Do I have a Squarespace ad? Let me look through this advertisement here. Square. No. How about space? We got some advertisements that have space in it, but not Squarespace. If you're making Squarespace ads on your podcast, you're part of the system. See, I'm so underground, I'm so pirate radio that I don't need giant Squarespace or sound whatever the fuck you're using to get money from giant corporations. Wix, yeah, fuck Wix and Squarespace, man. But fuck GoDaddy. Fuck Dollar Shave Club. Fuck that G Fuel. Fuck you, G Fuel. I'm more about that F Fuel. I should just put some fucking sugar in a plastic container and call it F Fuel. See what happens. Wait, let's play some advertising. We're gonna make some money here. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat. Hope you stick around. We're gonna open the phone lines. We'll be right back.
Greetings, sewer dwellers. This is a dark sewer scientist. We've been noticing a growing rate of space aids in the sewer. We have a new solution to the problem. Once we got Zendu back into our hands, we were able to extract blood straight from his anus and have come up with a cure to space aids. If you or a loved one have any symptoms, such as giant eyes, green skin, antenna, odd growths with fingers, or any of the above, please contact 917-719-5923. We can vaccinate you today, protect you and your loved ones from the deadly space AIDS outbreak. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us. Space AIDS is not a joke. Get a shot in your tuchus today for only $69.99.
Emails, traffic, bills. Are you in the fast lane and ready for some chicken and chew? New from Casa del Waffle, it's Chicken Nugget Juice! Now without Prozalam. Your favorite chicken-based beverage is back, and now with more cranked-up chicken and tuned-down benzodiazepines. We partner with scientists from Pro-Life Labs to specially formulate our most relaxingest drink yet. Get your chicken and chew only at Casa del Waffle. Get clocked!
Hey, everybody. Don't you hate it when you have to be getting a babysitter or have somebody watch your little younglings while you go out to the club to try to meet a new mother for your child? Well, now we have an easy app for you. With the push of a button, you can have somebody come and watch your kid while he naps. Yes, it's the Kid Nap app. The Kid Nap app has the latest technology and fucking searching down your child and locking them up. Taking care of your kid with a push of a button. If you really need somebody to be watching your kid, sign up today. Grab the app from the App Store. Give us your fingerprint and your information and wave away your kid's rights into the hands of us. Ooh, the Kidnappers app. It's the best app since fucking Tinder. Ha ha ha. Only on the dark. And each evening of kidnapping your kid is only $69.99. Just leave your back window open so we could get inside and get our hands and our mitts all over your kids. Ooh, it's gonna be a great evening you're gonna have out of town. Oh, don't worry, they'll be okay when you come back. We could guarantee it with a... Wait, we can't guarantee it. Go to darksewer.net to install it today.
Looks like we just got a letter from the editor. We have to say that app is actually not. If you download it in Hawaii, you might be arrested. Okay, so if you're in Hawaii, don't fucking download that application. And I only cursed so you don't do it. You might go to jail. Okay, we have lawyers working on it though. Let's play some music. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat Radio. I hope you're all tucked in, enjoying your time. We're gonna open the phone lines. You can call at that number, 917-719-5923, and we could talk about I shouldn't download that fucking app in Hawaii if you're don't think. Oh God. We got Electronic Senses with She Is. Thanks Duodenum in advance for putting the link to the SoundCloud in the video. If you're watching the video of this, consider yourself not lucky. Electronic Senses, She Is. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. It looks like we have some people that were trying to call in, but they couldn't get through because there were too many people calling, and then they got pushed to the voicemail. Sorry about that.
I think I'm totally on board with you. You know, you got to be able to free the pee. I mean, it's not like if you're peeing in public that you're like showing people like, hey, look at my junk. You're just going because you gotta go.
Gotta go.
Just letting it flow.
Letting the flow go. You gotta let the flow go.
But it's not like it's more relieving for you than to say to somebody, hey, look at me, here's my shit hanging out. But
It's not
totally
it's
on
not
board
pleasant
with
to
it.
see somebody peeing in public too.
There should be a free the pee movement.
There should
Free the pee. They could, well, they probably chant that already.
like I understand not having like a shitter in the street. Like if you have to, maybe there should be like a. We have to just the architects. There's we're this is the year 2021. I'm sure architecture has come to the point where we can make a public private place where you could piss and poo in private and public, like open air too. Just like it's kind of like it'll be maybe like a wall, kind of like a little cement enclosure. You just go there, and then for women, you could do it. There'll be like a squat place too, little squat, and then there'll be a poo section. It's like the dangerous poo section. You know, if you need to use it, it's there. I don't. There's a lot of kinks to be worked out of this endeavor, this political stuff. But I know that in they do have places where it's like a glass box, and when you go inside, it becomes dark. The glass turns dark, but you can't do that because then people are going to go in there and do. You can't have people using the pee place for extra marital activities like opaque. You can't have the pee place being like the drug place too, or the sleep place. Some people like to sleep next to the toilet, especially when they're intoxicated. It happens sometimes, you know. But there needs to be a place to quickly relieve thyself where you won't be arrested for doing it. But I was walking down the street today, and there's a guy standing near a tree, and he's just peeing on it. I didn't know what he was doing until I walked past him, and he was doing it in broad daylight at like a tree that was actually, it was near a playground too. This guy should have been sent to jail. No, but if you got the balls to pee in places, you could pee anywhere. You could just. And nobody would even really know what you're doing unless they really wanted to get all up in your business. That's why you can't. They don't make it easy to pee in public. It's just not. It's hurt. It's painful. Not being able to pee while you're walking around outside. It's kind of like forcing like a UTI, isn't it? Like a urinary tract infection. When your urinary tract gets infected. Doesn't it hurt like when you can't pee? Because you'll get arrested for being a pedophile? Bladders for all. Government mandated piss pals. Strapped to the thighs. Very American. Let's talk about some kids getting abused through history. Sometimes the abuse isn't really abuse, but it's usually always some weird science shit, and it could either go one way or the other. In the 18th century, there was a doctor. His name was Edward Jenner, and he took a non-lethal strain of cow smallpox, and he shot it into his son. He basically made like one of the first vaccines. And he used his own kid as a guinea pig. It's pretty extreme. Like, oh yeah, well at least he chose his own kid. Like if you're gonna be experimenting on kids, do it on your own. Which is, you shouldn't really be doing that anyway. But sometimes you do have to take that That quantum leap, that you have to break the event horizon and try something new. Like sticking needles with cow virus in it into your kid. But it worked. So I'm sure there was a lot of people injecting stuff into kids that didn't work before then. The before now times when things weren't really documented must have been very, very, very strange times. Imagine like living in the year 600. Your neighbor has urinary tract infection, and it's like maybe they'll kill themselves because back then there was no way to heal that shit, right? You can, Diane. We're in 16 in the 600s. Can you cure a UTI? No, I don't know, man. Like if you weren't able to pee for the rest of your life, that's pretty bad. Anyway, let's listen to another voicemail here. The phone lines are wide open, but apparently they're not open enough. It's like one of those fat wads, fatbergs. You guys are clogging up the system here. Maybe stop calling. Actually, stop calling. I don't want you to call. Only the people that have blue check marks on their Twitter profiles could call in right now. Isn't it weird what people are willing to say on the internet? Why are people saying stuff publicly at all? There's really no point to say your opinion to everybody. I guess you could for shits and giggles or whatever, but there's really no reason that your opinions need to be heard by people. I only really use Twitter for reminding myself of stuff. That's why I use it, and trying to get used socks from hot dudes with hairy chests that dress up like firefighter. If you have a blue check mark, you could call into Nick the Rat Radio 917-719-5923. Like, I think this guy was a blue check mark. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this guy has a blue check mark, so I'll play his voicemail.
Hey, Nick. What's up, buddy? Quick question for you. Who is your favorite superhero? I know you're like a super sewer rat, with gargantuan proportions and some certain limbs, whatnot.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially for... Anyway, so who's your favorite superhero? Don't say your Uncle Mighty Mouse, because he doesn't count. Well, he can fly. Maybe so. Anyway, which one of these new movies and shit should I watch? Are any of them worth it? All that Avenger or whatever, and the Toxic Avenger, toilet plunger guy. Anyway, adios.
My favorite superhero? This might be a controversial take, but is William Shatner an appropriate answer? I'd say William Shatner would be my favorite superhero. Good movies? I'm watching some bad TV lately. It's It's not the worst TV, but it's called his Dark Materials. It's bad, but it's watchable. I don't know. It's now that I've got like HBO Go, HBO Max or HBO, whatever the fuck they call it. I got rid of pretty much all my other video subscriptions. I only have that. So I've been going through that series. It's weird. It's I don't know. I didn't finish it yet, but yeah. Good stuff? No, I don't know. I watched Bubba Hotep recently. Watch it. Give Bubba Hotep a watch. Throw that on there. William Shatner's dropping a deuce. But Bubba Hotep is my choice. Let's listen to some music here. And enjoy. I'm thinking with sand. I got sand. They took at my brain. They put sand up in there. Oh, JFK. Maybe JFK is my superhero. Let's listen to Anna Crum, Message in a Bottle. Message in a stadium, pal. Stadium, pal. Can you put a boat? Can you build a boat in a stadium, pal? That would be some 2021 artwork. Looks like we got somebody sending out a GAS, a gas blast. We have a. Let's read this here. Let's read this with the. Put a little reverb on there. Hold on. Hello. The trick to smoking meth in the supermarket is to have a torch and roast that bowl behind the glass door in the freezer section once it fogs up. It helps to have a pal open the one behind you. And that's a good tip. That's a good tip right there. If I wanted this. Now we need a tip to how to urinate inside of the freezer. If you have to pee, I wouldn't pee in the freezer because the tip would get cold, the pee would freeze in the air, I'd slip. It'd be difficult. But smoke meth inside of a supermarket, I guess that would work. It's almost midnight in the sewer. Still have some more gas blast. We have more people trying to call into the show. We have blue check marks on the line. I'm telling you, it's gonna be jam packed with famous people from the year 2021 that still exist with us today. It's gonna be great. Wait, what? Diane just informed me that we're only taking phone calls from kids who had their tonsils removed from them. If you were a child that was experimented on by having their tonsils removed, give a call to Nick the Rat Radio at 917-719-5923. I want to know about your tonsils and your other extremities that were removed from you without your say. You were experimented on because of science, basically. I guess science gave these people a free pass. There was a free pass. The science was in, and then the science was through and out. And it is midnight in the sewer. It is midnight in the sewer, everybody. Let's say a little prayer. Let's say a prayer for everybody that's alive today and dead too. Let's say a prayer for everybody. Okay, so to say this prayer, it's gonna be a moment of silence prayer. Let's give a moment of silence at midnight in the sewer, because people just can't wait till I stop talking anyway. The viewership actually just went up a whole, like, 1 million. We were about at 11 million. We weren't able to get past the 11th million mark, but right then when I shut up for a little bit, we just broke it. Congratulations to everybody in the sewer and to the analytics team. Big applause to you guys. Big applause to the analytics team for showing me those numbers. Thank you so much. I love them guys. They're scientists, data scientists. We actually have a quantum physics data scientist analyzer in the sewer. Analyzer. He it's put that on your resume. You could just say anything at that point. Well, sir, The number is this. Where'd you get those numbers from? Well, you know, the quantum. The number existed, and it wanted to be put down on the paper right there. There you go. We're gonna take a quick bathroom break. We still have a lot more to go. We have a lot more show to go. There's a lot more show to go. But it's midnight. I need to get another beer. We should all go and freshen up. Let's take a intermission. Are those legal in podcasting? Diane, is that in our contract? Can we take a intermission during a live podcast? What if somebody calls? It'll go to voicemail? The voicemail doesn't work? I will be right back, everybody. And just, let's take a little intermission here. We got a lot more show to that. I was actually trying to do an experiment this whole time. I was trying to see how long I could hold it in with. I'm in physical pain right now. The pain is bad, but the worst part about pain is I think longevity. If pain lasts over time, P over T is the equation. The equation would be P/T. Pain over time is how much can you take? And right now my P over T is hitting 1. Or T. P over T equals T your tolerance. That's your tolerance right there. Like, how much pain can you take over time is and T equals L. Tolerance equals life. Physical pain over time equals tolerance over time is life. And right now, my P over T equals 1, and my L equals more than 1, and I'm going to utilize it. Everybody should go smoke some weed and a TP while you relieve your P over T. We have we have this good song here. This is going to last a little bit of time here. It's the Dirty Diary, The Pink Room. We'll be right back. I'm just reading pervert in those messages now.
Hello, it is me, the little lizard buddy of L-Dub, and here I am to tell you that L-Dub is here for one night only to give you his classic comedy routine.
All right. Let's hear this.
Yeah, thank you, little buddy. Here we go. You know, down in Texas, we have not stoplights, we have yield lights instead of stoplights. That's, well, when my wife is driving, that is. You ever notice that everything sounds more manly when you add ninja to the name? Ninja blender. Ninja turtle. Ninja socks. Ninjas.
Ninja, get this guy off the stage.
But ninja baristas are still pussies. You ever thought, what if Bigfoots was gay? Would they get beasticures?
Oh, come on, man.
Would they start yodeling show tunes?
Bigfoot could fuck who he
maybe a
wants.
little Queen, ABBA, that yowling business that you hear when the Bigfoot hunters on YouTube go out and they look for the Bigfoots. You know, they all seem to have that yowling off in the bushes that only those high quality microphones can pick up, you know. Yeah, that yowling business, that might just be Take On Me. I can't sing, thank God.
Don't stop picking on Bigfoot.
Do Bigfoots go to church? Like, you know, we have the First Baptist Church in just about every town, the First Methodist Church. Do they have the First Bigfoot's Church where Bigfoot's lives? You know, maybe they got the Church of Latter-day Cryptids. The Sasquatch Day Adventists. For that matter, when Catholics convert to Protestant denominations, does they join Catholics Anonymous? Oh. Imagine walking into that meeting and seeing the one gay Bigfoot in the back.
Number? Yeah, the boo.
Like
Who said boo?
Wookiee in a stylish pastel Hawaiian shirt, sitting like a stiff Big Lebowski. Let that image settle in. You know that guy, you're gonna get him for an accountability partner. You know, calling you up if you slip up and do something ritualistic. You know, like sacraments. Can you use a sacrament for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Squeeze it in between a couple of them. Dip them in chili. Yeah, Texas chili, that is.
I like how he said chili.
After I got
Texas
married,
chili.
I took a shower. After a few days. And I turned to get out of the shower. Unarmed, mind you.
Get out of the way, dude. Come on.
And what I saw, I froze. Right there in my wet tracks. The sight before me. I knew the slightest twitch could end my life. my wife came in and she sawed me standing stiff, cold, and wet as I was staring at the wall. "What's wrong?" she says. "It's the towels," I said back to her. And she says, "Yeah? Towels?" And I says, "They changed color after you moved in." And she says, "I am washing the other ones, you dope." People do that? I usually share one between me and the truck for about a year before I just rotate them around. Let them dry a little while. Speaking of which, WD-40 works good at getting grease stains out of towels and blood. If you get married, you need to know that. Especially about the blood. Well, I'm L-Dub. It's good to see y'all here at the Dark Sewer Network. Ducky up front as usual. Illuminati and Nick are here, I'm sure, and I can't see anything because it's a sewer. And I hope y'all are having a good time. I know y'all are drinking all the good beer. I brought my own. Don't want you handling mine because you've been handling stuff in the sewer. And so, you know, that's the thing. I want to make sure that y'all remember that that you need to listen to Nick's podcast, nicktherat.com, and go to nicktherat.com and donate him some money, because we don't get enough good beer down here in the sewer. And he needs a shave. We gotta buy him a razor. Either that, or we gotta get the girls to hold him down and lather him up with mayonnaise and then shave it off. Alright. That's it for me tonight. L-Dub from Texas, here in the Dark Sewer Network. I'm out.
Thank you so much there, L-Dubs, for that lovely comedic stand-up routine. It was really good. Hello?
Hello? How's it going? I'm just kidding. I could already hear you.
Hello? Sorry. I heard that there's a phone call coming through. I can't hear you. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So are we going to talk about child abuse?
We could.
Actually, more specifically, I would like to talk about something that Google fed me. Last night, I was trying to find a video that I had seen years ago of an 11-year-old girl field stripping an AR-15 in a very short period of time. So I typed 11-year-old girl field strip AR and hit enter. And the first thing that Google fed me, instead of any sort of search result, was a little box right under the search bar that says, child abuse is illegal. If you have any information on blah, blah, blah,
really?
Contact this number. Yes, absolutely. Do it right now if you want to see it. It's
I'll do it in incognito mode. Will it still work in there?
It's through through 5 DSN Simrose VPNs and Tor.
What does AR stand for again? It's not automatic rifle, right?
I think it's Armalite. I think it's Armalite. I don't have any idea what the 15 means, though.
It's it's the age you have to be to use it.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I just know So when people see you with one, they cross the street. Freaks
Well,
'em out.
have you ever
That's
walked down the street with an AR-15?
No, I'm not that guy. Actually, that is not correct, but not like some, hey, look at me street. Like, I grew up in the country, so you can kind of just walk with a gun because a lot of people do that because to shoot a deer, you kind of need a fucking gun.
Can you go to a 7-Eleven in spandex and spiky collars and a fluffy boa?
We have got to meet in real life.
Because I see people in the city doing that sometimes.
Yeah, I used to walk around strapped and like that, and it was because Tennessee is you can open carry in Tennessee if you have a carry permit. It's not concealed or open. It's either or, so you can walk around just like the police.
I'm the police. Well, if you're not waving the shit around, it's kind of like we all have penises too, and penises could rape, can't they?
But you gotta hide that.
Boy, there's no open carrying your penis. Man, you can't. I'd rather be caught in the city without a permit and a gun than being caught peeing in a city street, because at least you won't get the like a pedophile charge put onto your gun charge.
For sure. And then they'll look at my search history and be like, why were you trying to seduce some 11-year-old girl that likes guns with your gun? You got gun candy and you want her to come back here and field strip? We know what you're up to.
You talking about
fucking pedo?
It's about grooming young females with automatic rifles. I mean, with whatever they're called, 15s.
I feel like teaching them to shoot and then messing around with them in a way that might piss them off would probably be a bad strategy for a couple of reasons.
Here, I'm going to teach you to be deadly smart, and I'm going to be stupid.
You know.
Yeah, well, yeah. But there's a lot of messed up things happening to children all around. You ever get wait? There's a lot of bad. There's like circumcisions and tonsil removes and teeth getting pulled out and drug usage too. They're giving there's a lot of kids on drugs these days, right?
I know, they go give them speed and then they'll fucking arrest you for it. Fuck is that?
Yeah, and they say drugs are bad. They got Dare. Dare is still happening in schools, right?
Is it really? I thought they got rid of that shit.
got rid of
I don't know because I'm old. The T-shirts went away, so something happened.
That's true too. Do you like Reese's Pieces, by the way?
I fucking love them. I saw them up there on the screen earlier before I had to get away from the screen.
They're a sponsor for this episode. I had to pay them $1.25 to have them as a sponsor here.
You know, there is or was at least about a year and a half ago a guy that had I'm sure he was getting paid for it. He had like this ghetto sled, like big fucking wide low car with fancy ass flashy rims and bullshit, and a big fat set of truck nuts dangling off the back, and he had a fucking Reese's logo wrapped on his car. I saw that shit riding around, and I thought, I wonder if Reese's understands that guy is driving around with their logo and truck nuts.
Well, there's peanut butter in there.
He could have just liked Reese's. Maybe that's his thing. I don't know. Man, I'm the Reese's guy. Who knows?
Are there truck labia?
I have not seen truck labia.
We need to make truck labia.
Chick nipples. You can't show chick nipples, but you can show dude nipples. So maybe dude nuts.
Wait,
can be shown, but not chick nuts.
You can't. It's not going to be truck labia. But it could be. We could make flaps. How about like mud flaps?
I guess they already have
in the
them.
shape of labia, and call them mud labias or something. Labia flaps.
I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about labia and all the different types of labia. And I'm kind of creeped out, but I'm kind of liking it too.
Labia is a decent word. You know, now that I said it like a whole bunch, labia is not so bad. Because it's not like a dirty word either. Is it a medical word? Is labia a medical term?
Labia minora, labia majora.
Oh, it's like the stars in the sky?
Labia is like what? That's a Jewish thing.
Is there penal menorah and penal majora?
I don't know. I don't hang out in those clubs. Everybody wears a mask now.
Is there medical? Are there medical names for the different parts of your penis? I guess there. I don't think there's a medical term for parts of your penis. Your penis. Your. I guess the top of your penis would be the tip. Is the most medical.
I don't know. It's broken down into a bunch of stuff. There's a glands and a frenulum, and I don't remember what else. It's all one piece to me, man. If I'm down there, it's all getting handled. So what's
Twigs
the
and
difference?
berries, yeah. Hi. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Oh, Diane, you hung up on them. While we were on the call with that person, there was about 1 million other people that called in and they left voicemails.
Hello? Are you coming? Come on. You must have connection by now. You can't let us down, and you can't miss a show. The Dark Sewer Network compels you. The Dark Sewer Network compels you. The Dark Sewer Network compels you. It would really be a sad day if you couldn't do your show. So, hope to hear you soon. You're gonna have a show. Have a great show. Yeah.
We were having tech issues, connection issues in the sewer earlier. There was a packet loss. There were download speeds of 233, and there was upload speeds of 0.03. And so there was phone calls to people in the deli above me to talk to their internet provider. And I was listening in, and they said that the squirrels were chewing through the lines. I think there's sabotage going on. I think the squirrels in New York City are on to me. But they overcame. They came with a AR-15, and they shot about 100 squirrels. No, there was no squirrel. They changed the it didn't even turn out to be the line. It turned out to be a some hub on the street. I went up to get like some Lone Star beers, and I saw about like the whole block was covered in Spectrum trucks. And I was like, I don't think it was the squirrels, man. I think they were setting up some weird. I think they're watching the lines. Well, let's listen to some music here. We've got Somo music with Lo-Fi Mexicano. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat Radio. Holy crap. I gotta say some thanks to some people in the Twitch chat feed here. Quirkus just gave 5 bits 33 minutes ago. 33 minutes ago. Thank you, Quirkus. Quirkus also for the 9th month. Subscribed to Tier 1 an hour ago. Ducky on for the 24th month. 24 months. Ducky on. Ducky. With Prime 2 hours ago. We got Foxy Boxy Boy. Followed 9 hours ago. 9 hours ago this happened. Which is now at a weird time between 12:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 25th, 2021. So whatever time that was. Have fun figuring out that math. You nerd. We got Jonah subscribe with Prime 5 days ago. Thank you so much. Jonah And then Genewitch gave some bits. I don't know if I had said that last show. That was 7 days ago. Yeah. And thank you all the sewer chatters and the I see you guys. Billy Bones and Quercus and Foo. Wow, screw it. Billy Bones. Just a 34 monk. Just a 34 monk. Net. How you doing? Net? Meet us. Booberry. Foo. Thank you for chatting. Hanging out. Spreading the community. Meters just gave 69 bits this minute. This minute. This minute. Thank you, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely whatever time it is for you when you're listening to it now time. Because, life is hard. Life is really goddamn hard. They're coming after you as a kid. Like, also, I lived through cartoons. Thank you. Whoever is the Zeitgeist in charge right now, thank you for removing cartoons from Saturday morning cartoons or cartoons all the time. Thank you for just getting rid of them for every future generation on like public TV. There's gonna be like no more Ninja Turtles or He-Man or it's done. You're not allowed to advertise toys. You're not allowed to make little toys of it's very strange. How did some people get around that loophole? There's still people doing this shit. There's still some cartoons on. Like, I've seen Curious George's on TV and shit. And they sell Curious George paraphernalia to kids. I guess they can't do it in blocks. They can't choose a day. They can't say Saturday. Man, imagine the people that were at that meeting. We're gonna have new cartoons every Saturday morning, and it's just gonna sell toys and shit to kids, and it was beautiful. It was great. That shit don't happen no more though. Now it's like we could only maybe show shit to kids if it tells them to do drugs and learn numbers and shit. I don't know. I mean, don't do drugs unless your doctor tells you to. Some weird shit. Let's we got a phone line 917-719-5923. I think Somebody's live on the line right now. Let's hello caller. Hello.
There's always somebody listening, man. There's always somebody
caller?
listening.
They hung up. I could use the bathroom again. Do you think cavemen were like had conversations like, "Oh man, did you hear Joe? Joe feels like he has to pee all day long." And then the other guy's like, "Did you hear Bob's it should be the other way. Like Bob's wife died." And then it'd be like, "Oh, Joe can't." We got a caller here. Hello, caller. Caller? Hello?
Hello.
Can you turn your radio down? I think you're a little confused right now.
I know. I'm often confused.
We're live.
We are live. We are alive. Isn't that wonderful?
Do you feel like you're experiencing right now with me?
Yeah. I'm certainly experiencing. Are you experienced?
Do you feel my paw on your thigh?
Oh, that was your paw?
Ha ha,
That's
caller.
your
Okay,
paw?
look. I was just seeing how open you are with reality. Do you think that we as a society could survive? Can you turn your radio down? We're
I got you on speakerphone. Is that okay? I'm
That's
rolling a
fine. That's
cigarette.
fine, caller. Just make sure your radio's turned down a little bit. But either way, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm rolling a cigarette. And I'm talking to the incomparable Nick the Rat.
Incomparable. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, there is none like Nick the Rat.
They tried.
How many times have you been cloned?
I'm actually Nick the Rat 4.20.
Gotcha. Would you feel weirder killing your clone or fucking your clone?
I've done both several different ways
Gotcha.
to many different. That's why I'm the alpha Nick the Rat. I've killed and fucked many before me of myself.
Many after you.
Oh, there will be plenty more. So I do it for sport and training now. Imagine you could just spawn yourself and you could just kill or fuck you and then, have an army of that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Kind of like Nancy Pelosi, right?
I guess if Nancy Pelosi wants to partake in the spawning of herself and then the hunting of and the sexing of.
I think we need to explore what's in Nancy Pelosi's freezer.
It's probably truck labia.
Mm.
Gotta keep them
What's
nice
a
and
truck?
frozen to keep the colder they are, the more the mud slips off the flaps.
What was your question? Can we survive?
Yes.
I'd like to think so.
Do you know of any child experimentation going on by the government?
Feed bag.
Feed bag?
Feed bag, yeah, man.
Is that like the cover, like a CIA term for Facebook?
Yeah. Well, no, the actual CIA project was Project Lifelog.
Project Live Blog? Caller? Caller, I think this line might be tapped. All right.
Huh? I don't know. That was weird.
I think this
I don't know
line
what
is
that
tapped.
means.
I heard something. Did you hear that?
You think someone's dialing in?
It's either that or like there's a dimensional portal being opened between us and there's spirits coming through.
Do you ever have like legit concerns that you're going to get that knock on your door one day? Do you
Well,
think
yeah.
we'll hit that time?
Do you want to know the truth about most things in life?
Hit me.
If you just don't answer the doorbell or people knocking on your door, if you just don't answer, life is about a million times better.
Hey, does that go for phone calls?
No. Phone calls aren't real.
Do you always do what that scrying screen tells you to do, son?
Well, yes. I fear for my life.
Yeah. This whole like great unraveling, the great unzipping, the great rendering. I remember having a conversation with a really dear friend back in December 2019. It's like, yeah, this shit's splitting. And I don't think it's going to be pretty.
It could go either way. There's beauty in the destruction.
Well, I don't, man, maybe. Yes and no. I mean, the mini-apocalypse was quite the sight. I don't think I'll ever unsee, but at the same point.
Let's just put it this way. There's opportunity when the thread becomes plentiful.
Have you ever eaten a string?
Well, yeah. You never did the trick where you drill a hole in a quarter and you tie it to a string and swallow it?
No. I have a drill, though. I don't have any
No,
quarters.
just caller. I'm just joking. Don't do that.
Why not?
Because a quarter
last time I checked,
quarter's too pussy. Use a $50.
Use that JFK, baby.
Imagine being able to pull a string and have JFK's head go in and out of your anus. That's 2021.
2021 in a nutshell.
It's 2021.
Oh. Didn't know JFK was a big Korn fan.
Do you know how the FDA started?
The Food and Drug Administration?
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually heard this.
Do you want to hear it?
Hit me.
All right. Actually, you know what? I might have somebody that could explain it better. Here, let's... Wait, hold on one second here.
Some context about how device
you hear that?
regulation developed in the U.S. Can
I
you
don't.
walk us through the essential parts of the history of the FDA with respect to device regulation?
Sure, Paul, I'd be happy to do that. Actually,
about now?
Congress created FDA in 1906 to deal with problems in the food industry, safety issues, and the safety of the food supply in the United States. Originally, the agency had very limited authority over any products, but in 1938, there were a number of deaths that caused Congress to give FDA more authority with respect to drug safety. Drugs required approval for safety before they could be marketed. But that proved also not to be quite enough, as in 1962, Congress again expanded FDA's authority over drugs to provide that drugs had to be found efficacious before they could be put on the market as well. There was no specific regulation for devices until 1976. Prior to that time, FDA could take a device off the market if it proved to be unsafe, but they didn't have any authority to prevent devices from reaching the market. So there were products at the time that were so-called cancer cures that use colored lights to cure cancer, and if FDA would try to take that product off the market, the manufacturers would just change the colors and go back on the market again. So in 1976, Congress enacted amendments to the Food and Drug Act to cover medical devices, and Congress said in those amendments that devices like drugs had to be cleared before they could be allowed to go onto the market. The law also contained a number of specific rules with respect to compliance for medical devices as well. So the challenge was for Congress and for FDA, once the device law was passed, to figure out how to regulate products that could range from things as simple as bandages to very complex products like dialysis machines or pacemakers. When the law was enacted, Congress set up 3 classes of products according to risk. Additionally, they set up 3 pathways to market based on risk, for example, products that were exempt or products that could be shown to be substantially equivalent and marketed under a 510K, or products that required approval for safety and effectiveness, and that required a PMA. The device center, or the Center...
Did he just say we have to pee on me? He was like, you have to get this license, you have to pee on me.
I'm a little I guess this whole idea that the FDA had a say in what gets approved for an actual device is something that was hanging out in the back of my mind, but I don't think I've actually ever heard that expressed. That's really, it's interesting,
1938, there was the drug they're talking about is, I forget, but there was a drug and it was basically like they were selling antifreeze, I think. And people were drinking it, and their kidneys were failing, and they were dying because they were drinking antifreeze. I think like 100 people died from it. It's so weird that like 100 people died from this one thing. I'm sure there were snake oil salesmen selling like fucking oil, like car oil as salad dressing.
Car oil and mRNA vaccines, and yeah, I got you.
Who knows? But yeah, the FDA is crazy stuff that yeah, 100 plus years now.
Yeah, I don't know. They just kind of give me that drug dealer sort of vibe now. I don't have much faith in them.
You know what's
By
weird?
much, I mean none.
Well, there's always been like experimentation going on with the government and its civilians, but if you try to like find like weird, like oh man, did you know that in 1940 some shit happened? It kind of cuts off at the 60s. All the open government conspiracy that have been released as being true, like fucked up shit. It stops in the 60s. They don't. You have to dig for it after that.
Yeah, it's, I mean, pretty fucking Orwellian. You control the past, you control the present, control the future.
Oh. Would you rather control the past, present, or the future?
Past.
That's the wrong answer, caller. Basically, if you're not going to control the present, there's no point in controlling anything. Because we're here now. There is no past. The past is done. Sorry, caller. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat Radio. We just have to have some advertisement sponsorships. If you would like to take another intermission break, it's the 1 o'clock hour. It's it's almost 1. It's 12:52 in the morning East Coast. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Time travel's not real. God damn it. Sorry, we're having issues measuring the length of these advertisements. Diane, can you put one on that's like 2 minutes or so? All right, cool. We'll be right back with a little bit more Nick the Rat. Just hang in there, people. Everything is groovy.
There wasn't enough room in Toyland to escape the terror that rocked Baby's cradle.
I notice you call him Baby, and the case history doesn't show any other name. What is his real name?
Just Baby.
To Baby, life was not a giant playpen. It was a living hell. He wasn't allowed to walk, he wasn't allowed to talk, but he was capable of it. Baby is a full-grown man trapped by 3 women with no way out.
Oh, you're not talking about that circus.
Mm-hmm. They wanted to put him in a sideshow. We should have said yes.
You're calling your brother a freak.
Oh, Mama, I just thought it'd be better that way.
3, 4, close the door.
I just wanted to face you one more time to tell you that you're sick. You're the one who needs help, not Baby.
That's just so much horse. You want him for yourself. Well, agency or no agency, you ain't gonna get him. Because Baby belongs to us. No, to me.
He belongs to himself. He's not the subhuman thing you've made him.
In a world of breathtaking models and the beautiful people, Academy Award winner Faye Dunaway is photographer Laura Mars. Her work, the subject of controversy. Tommy Lee Jones is Detective John Neville, intrigued by her photographs for his own reasons.
These are police photographs. They are strictly our own material. They were never published anywhere at all. So my question is very simple.
Why are my photographs so much like yours?
That's right.
Somewhere between the sensations of high fashion and the precise form of her art lies another dimension, unexplored, unexpected. Unwillingly, Laura Mars becomes a witness to a series of murders, watching through the eyes of a killer. Eyes of Laura Mars.
When it happens, I can't see what's in front of me. What I see is that. Think of that camera as the eyes of the killer.
Drawn by a mystery,
Do you understand?
their lives converge. Her world, sensual, dazzling, provocative. His world, demanding, dangerous, violent.
This is incredible. In the midst of all of this, I can't stop thinking of you.
I know.
What is going on?
I don't know. I mean, it's completely unprofessional of me to be walking with you in the woods, I'll tell you that.
I don't have time for this.
I'm supposed to be catching a killer.
Well, I'm completely out of control. I can't stand
Eyes of Laura Mars.
They said it's an antique. Massengill just came out with a brand new cleansing design. So? I used it after my period.
That's the test.
And? You feel a lot fresher.
New Massengill, because it's your body. That's why.
Hey, Nick the Rat. When I was a small boy, I had my tonsils removed. My mama said I played with them too much and that I had to get rid of them because it was too much of a temptation. So we got rid of them, and now I can't make no babies. Have a good night, Nick the Rat.
Hey, everybody. I just had to get another Lone Star beer. I was running low on the Lone Star, but I re-upped. We're good to go. Sorry if that advertisement blew out people's ears, but also this episode is brought to you partially by Reese's Pieces, one of the best snack pieces on the in all Peaceville. Let's take a bite. Now that's life. That should be there. Now that's life. Reese's Pieces. Guys, children are being taken advantage of. And they have no say in the matter. It's pretty fucked up. Wait, hold on a second. Diane, what? We have to listen to Odorin with Reencounter? Okay, let's do that. That sounds great. Let's listen to Odorin with Reencounter. And save the children.
Is interesting, but still, if I can't have Nick the Rat on my station, it's not going to be a good station. And I just don't know if Nick can if the public airwaves.
Are you running Nick on the No Agenda stream?
Absolutely. Live, baby. Yeah. kidding me? Even you listen to Nick the Rat.
I have listened.
But anyway, I
listened.
The point of the segment was, you typically would wind up by saying, "Wow, corporate media sucks. Podcasting's where it's at."
You're building a rat ship here.
Well, that was epic. Hello? I just blow out my mic. I just blow it out. It's 1:03 in the morning. The unraveling has brought us here because there's grooves. When reality splits at the seams, and it happens faster and faster, the gap gets bigger and bigger, but the focal point becomes smaller and smaller until it's like at a 180-degree angle thing, because first it's like together, and then it starts to split. But after it hits the event horizon, can't go any further. You can't give more than 100%. Never fucking say you give 110%. Or Diane will write you up, and you won't be able to take that as a tax write-off. I was getting so much money back usually, but apparently you can't pay 110% of your taxes. Anyway, what? Oh, okay. It's like it's your birthday. I guess that'd be January 4th. We shouldn't dox people on Nick the Rat. Sorry if I've been doxed, but happy birthday in the clock time. Yeah, if you're watching Nick the Rat, there's a video stream of this. I also save all the videos to we have a dark sewer system. So if YouTube ever kicks us off, which might happen one day, who knows? There'll be a backup. Just having a good time down here. We're talking about experiments that happen to children. Now, I'm going to go on my little rant on Big Sugar. Big Sugar is real. R.I.P. Reese's Pieces sponsorships. Well, actually, I paid them to sponsor this episode because I need some of that sugar pick me up. See, everything counts in the right amounts, but Reese's is not selling themselves. They're selling themselves to children, but they're not like Joe Cameling it up. There's no cartoon characters on it. They are a candy in general is sold to children. That's why the supermarkets are actually at fault. They put these things close to the floor. Supermarkets put like if you let a kid loose in a supermarket and it was like supermarket sweep. Imagine you did supermarket sweep with children. That would be a fun fucking show. They would just grab all the sugar and it's close to the floor. And it's most of the time it's actually looking at them with cartoon characters. See, they banned the sales of plastic to children with cartoon characters, but the big plastic lost, but Big Sugar reigns supreme once again. Yay, Big Sugar. Is there a sugar fucking stock? Is there a stock in sugar? Or is there one sugar supplier? Or is there like multiple sugaries, Sugarians? Cargill? I don't know what I'm reading here, but Like salt. Salt is finite. Once all the salt is broken up, well, actually, it'll come back. Just take a longer time, right? The salt is a rock. You eat it, and then you piss it out. There's salt in piss, right? So, piss is salty. If you were to drink a nice room temperature cup of piss, it'd be slightly salty. I guess depending on how much salt the person that pissed ingested. Things don't go away. This is why I was always weirded out by the people that are like, there's gonna be no water. Conserve water. But if you conserve water, then there'll be no water to evaporate, to go into the sky to rain. There'll be no rain. If you conserve water, won't you cause less rain to happen? Not really. I guess conserving water was more about conserving power, right? Because there's power, but you need to use power anyway. If you're generating, I don't know. I'm not a. Take a short shower. You're wasting water. Well, it's not leaving the planet. Thought sugarcane needed more tropical climate. I know that in the board game Jamaica, there's sugar trades. I think the sugar is very important. Oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, the ocean evaporating is gonna. So when they say conserve water, it wasn't about conserving water. It was conserving power, right? Like, is it potable water? Like, because then because to get the drinkable water, there needs to be a factory between you and the ocean. I don't fucking know. It always just seems silly to me, the save water thing. I'm probably wrong. I'm always wrong. Let's listen to some music. Yeah, let's listen to a quick tune. Wait, no, we're not. We're gonna listen to actually something else really quick. This is what the hell is this? Whoa! I got somebody sent me a donation. Looks like Chewbacca. Chewbacca sent me. I don't know what's going on here. 1 second. I'm gonna play a quick clip before I play the song. I'm gonna check this donation thing out. I don't know what's going on here. Give a listen to this. I'll be right back. Bye, Midas.
Prescribing of second-generation antipsychotic medications to children ages 9 and younger for ADHD, conduct disorder, and other unapproved uses is growing, according to an analysis by Hayden Huskamp and her colleagues. 42% of psychiatrists and family physicians who had written at least 10 prescriptions for an antipsychotic medication between 2008 and 2011 had prescribed an antipsychotic for a child younger than 10. Among those prescribing antipsychotics to young children, 64% had prescribed at least one antipsychotic medication for off-label use for a child of that age. This practice was significantly more common in Texas and Louisiana, for instance, than in the Mid-Atlantic. It was also less common in the Pacific and Mountain States and in New England. Younger psychiatrists, psychiatrists in group versus solo practices, and psychiatrists with a higher share of prescriptions paid by Medicaid fee-for-service programs were also more likely to prescribe an antipsychotic to a young child. More than 75% of the antipsychotic medications prescribed for young children were one of the 2 second-generation antipsychotic medications with an FDA-approved indication for children that age. However, even this use was mostly off-label, considering that the indications for these drugs are only for the treatment of irritability associated with autism. a diagnosis shared by very few of the children who actually were prescribed antipsychotic meds.
It looks like we do have a donation that came through here. Holy scrambly. Let's damn. I need a new I need to rewire my brain because saying holy scrambly is not cool at all. I would say on a coolness factor that is probably a 0. Let's see here. Add there's no note. Well, if there's no note, I'm just going to read the initials, I guess. The initials and the amount here. We just got a late night donation. This is the there's no note. I wish there was a note. I think this will be the initials, but you know who you are. DA, I guess it is. It's either that or a different initial set, but this is all the information PayPal gives me. This $50,000. 50. Wait, was that? Diane, you serious? $50 million. DA, thank you so much for supporting the Dark Sewer Network. Sorry I blew out some people's speakers with that, but I got really excited. That's a lot. That's some support right there. I spiked the mic. Thank you so much, all the donators out there. Oh man, wait, where's my tissues? Sometimes people don't they think crying is not really. I think it's a very important thing, and it's contagious. It's kind of crying it's like when there's yawning going on. Also sad because I lost my pipe. I don't know where I put it. Let's listen to Atlas with Defeated. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat.
Got a lot of problems, I know. I've got a lot of fear in my heart. I'm frozen while I'm watching you go. Knock on your door asking can we restart. And maybe it's an issue I'll fix, or maybe it's a permanent scar. But every time I hear the word beauty, I picture your hands when you're turning your car. And I know that I say this too much, but damn it, this shit isn't fair. You were the taste of my toothbrush, I had you each morning and night I was there. You were the notes on my staff, you fit like a glove on my hand. You are the smile on my face, you are the beach to my sand. You make me complete, you made me complete, and now I feel defeated. You got a lot of problems, I know. I've got a lot of fear in my heart. I'm frozen while I'm watching you go. Knock on your door asking can we restart. And maybe it's an issue I'll fix, or maybe it's a permanent scar. But every time I hear the word beauty, I picture your hands when you're turning your car. And I know that I say this too much, but damn it, this shit isn't fair. You were the taste of my toothbrush, I had you each morning and night I was there. You were the notes on my staff, you fit like a glove on my hand. You are the smile on my face, you are the beach to my sand. You make me complete, you made me complete, and now I feel defeated. You got a lot of problems, I know. I've got a lot of fear in my heart. I'm frozen while I'm watching you go. Knock on your door asking can we restart. And maybe it's an issue I'll fix, or maybe it's a permanent scar. But every time I hear the word beauty, I picture your hands when you're turning your car. And I know that I say this too much, but damn it, this shit isn't fair. You were the taste of my toothbrush, I had you each morning and night I was there. You were the notes on my staff, you fit like a glove on my hand. You are the smile on my face, you are the beach to my sand. You make me complete, you made me complete, and now I feel defeated. You make me complete, you made me complete, and now I feel defeated. You make me complete, you made me complete, and now I feel defeated. You make me complete, you made me complete.
Hi there, this is a announcement from the Dark Sewer Network. We just would like to let all the listeners know that now, more than ever, we are here for you, especially Nick the Rat. So if you're feeling especially vulnerable or scared, you're fearful, you could leave him a message on his phone line at 917-719-5923. He's especially there for you, but we're all here for you, and we'll get through this together. So thank you, and please enjoy the show.
Oi there! Is that radio spelled backwards? Meshuggah, no! It's Jewish radio! Oi there, radio gets you the best Jewish radio in the sewer. Order your Oi there today for only $69.99.
Government agents, scientists, soldiers, master criminals, secret formulas, monsters and midgets. None of them belong in this swamp. Only one thing does.
The Swamp Thing.
Uh-huh. Here comes trouble.
The Swamp Thing.
There goes the neighborhood.
Adrienne Barbeau and the Swamp Thing, an outrageous pair in the incredible adventure that grows on you or all over you. The Adventures of the Swamp Thing. The comic book legend lives.
Oh man. So the FDA actually in 1935 there was a I think it's the quinine. There's like a quinine injection that you could get that helped you with some shit, but then some company, I think Mears. Oh crap! What is that? Merrill's? I think it's Merrill's. Massengill. They made like a drinkable version of it, and they had it supposedly antifreeze. I don't know if it's antifreeze. It actually the stuff they mixed it with and added some sugar and flavoring. It was a weird thing. It killed only like 100 people, which is bad. They like keep on taking it, and the FDA got they got drug usage rights over it because there was like fine print that was like it said that there was like alcohol in it because they called it an elixir, but you can only call it an elixir if there's ethanol in it or some shit. A lot of weird legalese shit going on. But it stopped the sales of this other drug that got passed around because there was no trials. Because if they would have fed this stuff to like mice, they would have found out that the mice died. Because you're supposed to take it daily until you felt better or some shit. But this other stuff that if you took daily, you might die too. Or if you gave it to mice, you would have found out that it would have been bad is called the Wonder Drug. In the 60s, they gave it to people in Europe. What is it called here? Where's the name of this thing, man? Oh, there it goes. Thalidomide. They gave it to people as like a sleep aid, and people were taking it when they were pregnant because they're just like, hey, you take it whenever. That there's no trials with pregnant people. And apparently there's a drug, Diane called it something fucked up. Diane brought this up to me because she heard what I was going to talk about tonight. And she was like, oh yeah, did you hear about the dolphin babies? I was like, what? The fuck is it? And Diane, in retrospect, that's fucked up that you said that. I might have to tell HR. The children are born like limbless, and it's all fucked up. Some are born without anuses. There was a few thousand. There was a lot of birth defects. It was a bad time to be a. But it's like an oopsie. Sucks though. Man, life is rough. And if they're willing to do, well, not willing to do shit to kids. Kids are a very protected creature, so much that they're put on a pedestal that's unobtainable these days. It's just like, okay, well, we can't do anything in TV, movies, radio, music because the children exist. but then the only way you could get a trophy is if a child could be involved, like in the mainstream. I don't know. It's a very weird society that we're in, but yeah, poor kids getting cut up and put in weird situations because nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Sometimes I like to put callers in that situation. Hello, caller.
Hey, hello from Spearfish. How's it going?
It's going. It's a little sad. It's a little sad right now.
Yeah, it can be a bummer. You know, I was one of those kids. Like they put me on Ritalin back when I was 6.
Wow.
Yeah, that was back in '91, I think. And it wasn't just the medication, because it came with the diagnosis of ADHD. You know, I was hyperactive and couldn't concentrate. You know, and so they treated it like a really serious learning disability. And so like some of the language that some of the doctors and counselors used, like they instructed my parents to use this too, but they caught it at the end of my of kindergarten, and so they said, we're gonna make you have you retake kindergarten. You're not flunking, but we're holding you back. And then they kept repeating that phrase, we're holding you back, like over and over and over again. Like it was a sort of weird magic spell, like the whole time, like that first year.
To flunk kindergarten, I think you need magic to do that.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Like it was like, how did they even tell that I couldn't? Like, yeah, exactly. Like one of the behavioral issues that they noticed was like they'd be going through A, B, C's and 1, 2, 3s, and I'm like, shit, I already learned that on Sesame Street. I'm gonna go play with the toys in the corner by myself, and I wasn't making any noise, just being quiet.
The government and the educational system, it's a rough life that we exist in. We're really thrusted into this thing naked, and parents don't understand either because they're just trying to, they're brainwashed by.
Well, yeah,
they're brainwashed as well.
I mean, it's like when I look back on that, I realize that my parents were in their early 20s when this happened, and I look at people in their early 20s kind of like they're children, even though they're not, but they still kind of are. You know, they're still brand new to the world, pretty much.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, but it's when you have young parents with really little kids, it's easy to scare them and then manipulate them. And I think that's why, like, the big crux of, like, why it's so widespread and also why it's so creepy, because, like, it is these, like, trained psychologists, you know, if you know a lot about the human mind, you're probably very good at manipulating people.
It's like snake oil salesman for that's approved by the government.
Yeah. Back when I was in college, I did a lot of research on this, and like some teachers would even get like paid commissions to gather psychological information on students, you know, and like especially out here in South Dakota, like teachers get paid like just peanuts, you know. A lot of them usually like have to serve at a restaurant in their off time, you know, and so they get these like incentives to you know, just give information on their students to pharmaceutical companies, and you know, it's just like, oh man, it's just a fucking racket.
Do you know the weird fucked up thing?
What's that?
I just made a mental comparison between drug companies and the court system. Like to have somebody on like as a juror they can't know anything about the case. And some cases are like, if you don't know anything about this case, you are a fucking clown. You're a clown. If you don't like, they broke glass with a rock. Do you know how rocks and glass work? If you say yes, I do, then you can't like be a juror. It's really fucking stupid. So the medical industry, it's kind of like I forget what I forget the comparison I was gonna make now. My analogy completely fell apart. Oh, ignorance. They need participants to not know what the prescribed outcome of the drug is going to be sometimes, because they need the control group. They're like, oh, we're going to give you a pill here. But they make up the control group themselves. It's a really weird thing where it's like mental gymnastics and statistics and dice rolling.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
And we all get caught up in the middle of it. Whee! This is such a lighthearted show.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty lighthearted show. It's, just having a good time. Experiencing.
Well, you know me. I'm an absurdist, so it's like no matter how shitty things get, there's no reason to be in a shitty mood, You should always be upbeat and kind of happy,
This is true. You have to learn from... you don't want to perpetuate. You don't want to keep that wave going of bad. Like if you see the bad wave.
Yeah. Or like I noticed this in one of the donation sections from the last No Agenda, but so they read out the letters PMA, and neither Curry or Dvorak knew what that was. It comes from New York hardcore, and it stands for positive mental attitude. You got to keep a positive mental attitude.
The more you
That's
know.
what it's about.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't remember it until just now.
There you go. You do. You got to keep a. You have to.
Yeah.
Actually, do you want to know something crazy?
Yeah. What's that?
All right, check this out. Check this one out. Here you go. Stillwater. Spearfish.
All right. I'm glad we're whispering so no one else can hear.
Nobody else can. This is a secret that only you can know.
It's a secret, yeah.
But do you know when they're out to get you?
Do you know when they're out to get you?
Like when you're like, oh
no,
man, they're out to
know?
get you. Like the government right now. Like I've been describing this whole episode that like they're kind of out. Like why are they doing this? Well, because they're out to get you, right?
I mean, they're out to get everybody, though, right?
Exactly. But then the question is then who is they? If they're out to get everybody,
it doesn't matter. They can't catch all of us.
Do you know who they are?
It doesn't matter who they are. They can't catch all of us.
They are everybody, though. Everybody is out to get everybody.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that this whole time, Nick the Rat, you have only been stalking yourself?
Several times an evening, maybe, before I go to bed.
Whoa. Man. I just blew my own mind.
That's what I said I'd do that as well several times in the evening.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do to put on a good show.
Caller?
Yeah.
Go stalk yourself.
Okay, bye.
Let's we're gonna have a good. Oh man, actually, I should have told the caller to say goodnight to everybody, because we're about to end the show here. It is late. We've learned a lot. I hope we've came out on top of knowing that nobody really knows what the fuck's happening until life is kind of sadly like the stock market. It in hindsight, you could see what worked, what didn't work. But then by the time you know what did and didn't work, it's already a whole new ball game anyway. So it's just have fun and protect your neck and the family's necks as well. Have a good night, everybody. we'll be back next week with more Nick the Rat Radio. We're going to be exploring giraffe sex, and I think there's something about gay giraffes. I hope there is. I want to see. Do you think like their tongues are black? That we're gonna Ghost Drifter with Deflector. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.
You should have left that book where you found it. You know, Vincent, there is a thing called acceptance. I'm only telling you this for your own good. This is not such a bad life. It is a life. These are hard walls to keep banging your head against. They're not so hard.
Stop killing animals!